Well, the cybercriminals who hacked Rhode Island's IT system for health and benefits programs have released a set of files on the dark web.
Governor McKee made the announcement yesterday, and Kristen Burnell joins us live in studio this morning with the latest on the state's data breach.
Good morning, Kate and Joe. The state is still looking into how much data was posted and what exactly is in the files. Meanwhile, Governor McKee is continuing to remind people potentially impacted to protect their identities. It's been over 2 weeks since we learned about the RIBridges data breach. The hack impacts people who have used programs like SNAP and HealthSource RI. The state previously identified about 650,000 people whose personal information, including Social Security and bank account numbers, was stolen. During a news conference yesterday, the state emphasized their vendor Deloitte is the one in contact with the criminals, meaning there's no word on what's going on with any potential ransom payments, though the hackers did set a deadline of Monday morning in order to avoid the release of the files. Governor McKee says IT teams are working to analyze those files.
We will provide more information as it becomes available. So I want to remind you, regardless whether you were whether the identities that were exposed today or have been held back, anyone who feels as though they've been involved in the services that Rhode Island Bridges provides, they should be aware that their information is at risk.
And we have reached out to Deloitte several times for comment, but have not heard back. Officials are also warning of a possible uptick in phishing scams amid the data breach. We'll have much more on that and what you can do to be on the lookout and what you can be on the lookout for coming up at 7:30. Reporting live in studio, Kristen Burnell, 12 News.
Thanks, Kristen. You can also find more in-depth coverage of the data breach right now on our website. We have details on how to freeze your credit, what you need to know about the breach, and the state hotline number if you have any questions. It's all on WPRI.com.
It's been more than 2 weeks since we learned about the data breach of Rhode Island Bridges. That's the system for the state's health and benefits programs.
And yesterday we learned that the hackers posted some personal information on the dark web. Kristen Burnell joins us live in studio with why tech experts are warning of a possible uptick in phishing scams amid this cyber attack.
Good morning, Kate and Joe. Governor McKee announced yesterday they are still in the early stages of figuring out just how much data was released. The hackers set a deadline of Monday for officials to pay a ransom in order to avoid release of the files. During the news conference, Rhode Island's chief digital officer said to be aware of other cyber criminals who often exploit incidents like this, launch targeted attacks. That includes phishing scams, when a scammer tricks a victim into giving out sensitive information like credit card numbers and account passwords using emails, text, or a fake website. State cyber leaders say to never click on a link you don't recognize and report any suspicious emails and text as spam.
If something seems off, trust your instincts. Look for common signs of phishing attacks, such as requests to send personal and financial information, incorrect email addresses or links that attempt to mimic reputable companies, or urgent language demanding immediate action. An example, your bank will not reach out to you to change your password unless you request it. If you have doubts whether the email is authentic, do not click the links. Instead, go to the bank's website and view your notifications.
The state is still urging people who may be affected by the hack to take steps to protect themselves, such as freezing and monitoring their credit. Reporting live in studio this morning, Kristen Burnell, 12 News.